Hey guys, this is Hannah Lura, and I'm going to start doing a weekly astrological motivational forecast. What does this mean? This means that every week I'm going to be giving you a little bit of insight into the current astrological weather and how it will affect you, and how you can best use the energy to find the path towards your highest good, towards becoming your best self. So these forecasts are going to be very basic, usually focusing on just one planet and one sign. This way, these forecasts can be used not just as a motivational tool, but also as a way to actually learn the basics of astrology. So on that note, I'm going to dive into some Astro 101. So the first two building blocks of astrology are planets and signs. How everything is calculated is very complicated, so I'm not going to get into that right now, but push that to the side or study it on your own. Excuse me. Planets represent urges, needs, wants, desires, and they move throughout the different signs. So each planet represents a different urge, need, want, or desire, and each of the signs represent a different energy. And so when the planet enters a different sign, the energy of that planet is colored a little bit differently. The signs color the urges of the planets. So it's easiest to explain if I go into examples. So I'm going to start by getting into this week's forecast. But before I do that, I have to say Happy New Year. It is January 2017, and today, January 4th, 2017, Venus, the planet, is entering the sign Pisces. And Venus is going to be in the sign Pisces and colored by the sign Pisces until February 4th. So this is a whole month that we are going to have Venus in Pisces, January 4th, 2017 to February 4th, 2017. So the planetary function of Venus is that it is the urge to relate to others. It is this need, this want, this desire, this urge we have to relate to our outside world, to have friends, to express ourselves, to have relationships, to share our feelings, to have a style. These are all ways we communicate with the world, with each other. These are all ways we relate. And what is relating but sharing ourselves? So there are many different ways that we share ourselves. And as I said, just, through our style, the way we talk, the way we present ourselves, the way we dress, the way we wear ourselves, our style, and our nonverbal communication, the way we move, all these things are Venus territory. Sometimes they might be other territories as well, but definitely Venus territory. Excuse me. So when Venus is in Pisces, the energy of Pisces is coloring the urge to relate to others. So the energy of Pisces is all about connecting to something bigger than yourself. It's about connecting and tapping into that universal energy, the energy of the human consciousness, not just yourself, but something bigger as well. So when Venus enters Pisces, it's a very sensitive time to relate to others. Where it's a charged time. We're very much picking up what other people are feeling. Pisces energy is also very much about transcendence and about releasing and rising above. So my favorite word for Pisces is forgiveness. Pisces, this transcendence and release. It's really a lot about forgiveness. So with all these things in mind, I would say that now is a really great time to think about the negative energies that you have been giving too much power to, so that you can begin to set your intentions to release these negative energies that are no longer serving you. So with the start of the new year and Venus entering Pisces, it is a great time to release anger and grudges to the universe. It is time to forgive those who have hurt you. But in order to forgive others, you need to forgive yourself first. Because we are the first passage towards the world. You know, Pisces energy is very esoteric, so I'm going to be a little bit out there. So you have to connect with yourself before you can connect with the world. And Pisces energy is about that blurred line that lies between. So I'm going to focus on forgiveness this week. So I am going to request that all of you write down, what are 3 things that you forgive yourself for from 2016? And for the next month, I want you to really, really focus on these 3 things that you want to forgive yourself for from 2016. And really try to forgive yourself. We so often forget to forgive ourselves and focus on other people. But Pisces energy is about how we are connected to everything. So we have to forgive ourselves as well. So then my next question to everyone is, who are 3 people that you want to show more compassion and empathy to? And if you so choose, you can write down ways that will help you to show more empathy and compassion towards these 3 people. Because sometimes we want to pick people who it's really hard to show compassion and empathy to. But compassion and empathy are so, so important, because the only way to fix anything is to understand it. And what better way to fix problems with people than to try to understand them? And how do you do that? Empathy and compassion. So write down, who are 3 people you want to show more compassion and empathy to, and some ways that you can do that, ways that will help you accomplish that if you need to write that down. And so you have a whole month to focus on these 2 beautiful acts of forgiveness and kindness that so beautifully represent Venus and Pisces. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week.